This is Western Australian real estate agent Tony Maddox. In 2023, he built a concrete access bridge across a creek on his property so he could, gain vehicular access to his property, in the process creating a lake that has become an animal sanctuary. Unfortunately, despite him talking to local Aboriginal elders who had no issues with the river crossing, he was charged with breaching the state's Aboriginal Heritage Act. The ABC reported at the time, Toodyay landholder risks jail time for building creek crossing in alleged breach of Heritage Act. In the article, they state the reason for the breach. The Boyagerring Brook running through Mr Maddox's property is said to have mythological value to the traditional owners of the region. According to the prosecution's statement of facts, the brook is the home of the Waugul, the rainbow serpent central to Noongar mythology. It states that any alteration to the Waugul's home could scare it from the water, causing it to dry up and cause harm to the surrounding environment and people. Yes, somehow mythology has entered the prosecution's statement of facts. It sounds insane, but here we are. Ordinarily, I would look forward to telling you that common sense has prevailed, but unfortunately it hasn't. Common sense has been stuffed into a hessian sack, filled with rocks, and thrown off a bridge, sinking to the bottom of a river. The ABC, Tony Maddox found guilty of breaching WA's Aboriginal heritage laws after building bridge on Toodyay property. Yes, the rainbow serpent was angry that day. I don't know how the court proved that, but they issued the hapless property owner with a $2,000 fine, a spent conviction, and ordered him to pay $5,000 in legal costs. Interestingly, on the court building, they have the judicial oath to do right to all manner of people according to the law without fear or favour, affection or ill will. Does this not smell of ill will to you? Prosecuting somebody over a hypothetical that a mythological rainbow snake may be upset? Mr Maddox told the ABC outside the court he was shattered by the decision. In the article, they state that Magistrate Andrew Matthews said while the site works for the construction of the bridge did not cause significant damage, the site had been altered. So they even admit that there was no significant damage caused, but he was fined anyway. Prosecutor Lorraine Allen said the state hoped the case would deter people from destroying or altering Aboriginal heritage. And that's the real reason he was found guilty. The state don't want you to laugh at their laws. The state wants you to shut up and obey. Yes, this ruling doesn't make any sense from a real-world perspective, but in terms of mythology and the Aboriginal dream time, it makes perfect sense. This creek is inhabited by a rainbow serpent. This rock is the birthing stone of my ancestors. You can say whatever you want. Some have argued that Mr Maddox shouldn't have altered a creek anyway, for environmental reasons. But I would just retort, he wasn't charged under any environmental laws. He was only charged under Aboriginal heritage laws. He did no environmental harm, and if he did, he would have been charged for it. Secondly, according to Aboriginal Dreamtime, the rainbow serpent is a god. He created everything. If he's a god who can create the world, how would he be at all upset by a little stone bridge? I'm no theologian, but would it not be insignificant to a god? Thirdly, if Mr Maddox did indeed damage the Waugul's home and scare it from the water, surely he should be forced to repair the rainbow snake's home. But no, this ruling does not say that at all. He can keep the bridge, as far as I can tell. Doesn't that mean that the court doesn't truly believe that the Waugul's home has been damaged? If it did believe that, they would demand that the bridge be destroyed. Perhaps they don't have that power. But if the Waugul is truly a god, he can surely smash that concrete bridge to pieces. Look, I don't want people going around destroying Aboriginal sites, or destroying any sites for that matter. But picking on property owners for installing small creek crossings because of hypothetical mythological harm is bordering on the insane. I'm not here to bash anybody's religion, but when religion is being used to attack people's livelihoods, that's where I draw the line.